So with Thanksgiving past and the holidays approaching, I was thinking about what I wanted to do for my next video, and then it dawned on me that...
Hey, guess what?
Winter is coming?
Close, but no.
Then I don't know. What?
Christmas music!
God damn it, Nate. Let's talk about my top 5 winter levels in video games. I've mostly talked about Nintendo games up until now, and I think you guys probably get the picture. I love Nintendo. Like many of you, I grew up on these games, and so they are the most prominent examples I draw from. However, there's one gaming series not in Nintendo's lineup that has a particularly awesome snow level that I want to talk about. Sly Cooper. In particular, it's the Kunlun Mountains from the first game, as they have a distinct feel that is unlike all the other levels on this list. Sly and his ragtag team make it to these Chinese peaks in the 4th chapter of the game's 5 sections, and the chapter is called Fire in the Sky. That sounds pleasant, right? This is actually just a reference to all the fireworks set off in the area by the chapter's antagonist, the Panda King. Wow, that seems pretty arrogant to call yourself a king, bro. The Panda King has been using fireworks to bury mountain villages in rubble while he sits atop his fortress that is an effigy of his likeness. Man, this guy's quite the egomaniac. I love the setting not only for its mountainous landscape, but for all the Chinese architecture that you get to sneak over and around. While the chapter sections aren't solely about trekking through the snow and frost, the combination of cunning tactics and a different kind of atmosphere with the music and architecture separate the level from all the rest of the choices on this list. It has a lot of character, and everyone should experience this level, in fact this entire game, for themselves. Let's briefly talk about our resident stubby guy with a mustache, Mario. Super Mario 64 was and still is an absolutely stunning game. Tight controls and interesting worlds ushered you into a state of gaming euphoria as a kid. And you know what? It still does to this day. Amongst the interesting worlds you get to explore in the game, there are 2 worlds that have a winter setting. While they are both cool, I'm so sorry, I'm only going to talk about the first world you visit, Cool Mountain, because Snowman's Land is just kind of meh. Cool Mountain is a pretty fantastic level due partially to the scale. Back in the day, this was a pretty sizable world, and having more spots to explore to find power stars made this world a ton of fun. I mean, come on, we're at the summit of a massive snowy peak. Seems pretty cool to me. But really, as awesome as all that is, the best thing about this entire level are the penguins and the badass slides. Alright, let's do this, penguin guy. Prepare to get wrecked, idiot. And he took a head start. What a dick. Well, 2 can play that game. I'll just take a little shortcut of my own. Haha! I won, you sack of trash. Now cough up the star. Oh, so I'm the one that cheated? I'm done. I've talked about this little gem before, Diddy Kong Racing. Oh, how I love it so. While the previous examples all have a noticeable contrast between the snowy environment and the enemies trying to murder your face, Diddy Kong Racing is all about having fun and going fast. The 4 races in Snowflake Mountain are full of beautiful winter and holiday scenery. Like actually though, look at all the Christmas trees. And they are a blast to zoom through. There's branching paths, giant snowballs, a misty forest. There's even a loop in one of the races. That is badass. Then after beating all the races, we have to talk to fucking Bluey over here. I shit you not, that is his real name. Now, there was no way we were gonna just beat all of his races without him challenging us. I mean, he is the boss for this region. Normally I'd say we stand no chance against a giant talking walrus, but he's wearing a blue tux. Guy, we're racing here, not going to some fancy gala. Oh well, Bluey. Better luck next time. Now, I love my fair share of Mario and Donkey Kong and all that good stuff, but this list wouldn't be complete if I didn't bring up Zelda. The Zelda series is my all-time favorite, and we've seen Link trudge through some adverse weather during his quest to vanquish evil. However, we don't see snow settings all too often in the Zelda franchise, and coupled with the weirdness that is Majora's Mask, that makes Snowhead one of my favorite areas in any Zelda game. Like most things in Majora's Mask, Snowhead falls firmly into the depressing category. The snow was so bad that the forge is closed, the Gorons are without their elder, and evil creatures roam around waiting to attack some unsuspecting traveler. It's actually a nice contrast from most other winter levels, which typically have a more festive atmosphere. As you would expect, this area also holds a dungeon aptly named the Snowhead Temple, which is a little out of the way and requires you to make some perilous jumps. Then finally, once you get close, you can't even get there because Big Goron is blocking the way with his breathing. I'm not sure why, but apparently he felt the need to breathe in our face instead of just going home and eating a fucking Twix or something, I don't know. Thanks for that nasty ass breath, bro. I'd normally offer you some gum or something, but how about this? Why don't you fall into the chasm and save me that 10 cents? Thanks, buddy. The actual dungeon itself is pretty awesome, as it requires you to use Darmani pretty extensively, and sliding around while in that form is extremely satisfying. As you work your way up the monolith of a dungeon, you eventually get to the boss, Gods. Or is it Goat? Yeah, doesn't matter. The fight is a ton of fun, as we get to use all of Darmani's abilities to take out the mechanical beast, and upon its demise, we see the mountains return to spring, which means it's not a winter area anymore. Neat. One of the earliest winter-themed levels I can think of is Snow Barrel Blast from Donkey Kong Country. Actually, the entire world of Gorilla Glacier holds some of my earliest memories in gaming. Donkey Kong Country was one of the first games I ever played as a little kid, and to finally make it to this world was a huge achievement. Then I attempted Snow Barrel Blast and my life was, well, it was never the same. The levels in Gorilla Glacier have two distinct feels to them. Snow Barrel Blast, for example, feels very bleak as you trudge forward across snow-covered parapets and deal with freezing winds. The music captures that desolation, and there is a certain feeling of despair that creeps over you as you slowly make your way through the last barrel section. Seriously though, that section sucks. Just gotta time this barrel blast perfectly and... fuck. Then in stark contrast, we make it to the level Slip Slide Ride. The music is bright and mysterious as we slip and slide through a magical cavern of blue crystals and fast-moving ropes. There is a sense of wonder and happiness in this level that helps to balance the more desolate canyon settings, and as a result the setting is very immersive. Not to worry though. The caves are still home to a myriad of baddies that prevent you from being too distracted by the setting. Although, they never stopped me from thoroughly enjoying the level every time I passed through its crystal-encased walls. Gorilla Glacier just has a fantastic balance throughout its levels between the scenery, music, and gameplay, and that makes it my favorite winter level. So there you have my top 5 winter levels. You might have expected to see some of those choices considering how much I love Nintendo, but if you don't like it, then well, here's a list of other choices and honorable mentions kind of thing. Happy now? However, I do really value all of your guys' opinions, and having said that, I want to bring in a good friend of mine to tell you guys about what he would... What?
SuperSamicom, that's me. I know you want to know what I know in terms of this list. Don't worry, I've got a choice for you.
Sam, how did you know I was gonna say your name? Are you mind melding again? I thought we said we weren't gonna do that. It's kind of dangerous.
No. No.
Whoa, Sam, this is getting out of hand, dude. We gotta stop this.
Well, the mind melding has gone too far!
Sam, we have to stop it. Stop the mind meld, dude. Stop it.
The legend. Stop the mind meld. The legend. Hey there, SuperSamicom. Stay positive. Cats hired! That was mighty close there, Ian.
No kidding, dude. We have to not have that happen again. But I guess since that's passed, do you want to get into your guest pick now?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Alright, so my pick for favorite winter level has to be You Better Watch Out from the game Hitman Blood Money, which it comes from my favorite series, and Blood Money is my favorite entry in the series. It had a way about it that let you pick each aspect of the mission for the most part. You could do the same mission completely different ways, using stealth, using force, using traps, or just by using your Hitman intellect. You Better Watch Out is a great level from the game because first off, it's pretty funny. It's in like a weird Christmas way. Everything is Christmas scene, I mean, complete with Drunken Santa. On top of that, the mission takes place at a seedy Japanese-themed grotto mansion hillside party. I always thought the melding of these two themes was pretty cool. I mean, you got Japanese Christmas in a Bond villain-styled hillside mansion in the snow. It was cool. That's not just because of the temperature. In this mission, the game starts to give you some real challenges. Guards are a little bit more alert, and getting a disguise that passes through every door without notice is extremely difficult. On top of that, there's another hitman at the party, and the hit is on you. You don't know who it is, and that can change how things are planned out from the start. I liked it. It was cool. It was Christmas themed, it was winter themed, it was I like it themed. Back to you, Ian.
Well, that was certainly interesting. Thanks again to my good friend SuperSamicom for his contribution to this top 5. Hopefully we can do this again in the future, minus the whole mind melding thing. I also want to know what your top 5 winter levels are, so leave me a comment down below letting me know what you would have picked. I'm Wally the Legend, and I'm not sure if I'll have another video out until afterwards, so I'll just say it now. Happy holidays. Wow, nice vague, politically correct greeting. I'm surprised you're not wearing a freaking sweater and a Santa hat or something. Man, what a dick.
And you, Christmas hat. I hate you. You should go burn in a pile of your own freaking, I don't know, toenail clippings or something. I don't know. Burn you in toenail clippings. It's uncomfortable and gross and hot.
Yeah.
Really hot, because you're going to be on fire.
Yeah.